Hello, Skez here. So I just wanted to give you a little update on my Poison Assassin Blade Blast Spellslinger. Bit of a tongue twister, that one. Right, so after the last video, first thing I went and did was bought myself these Hands of the High Templar. Curse on hit to spare, +1 maximum frenzy charges. Kind of the important thing there. I picked up +2 level of socketed AoE gems as well. Now this is nice, but it's not necessary. Honestly, I think spell crit is kind of better. That's where I'm struggling the most. The +2 level of socketed AoE gems gives us 2 levels on our Plague Bearer, which is just really nice for clear. Also gives us 1% more damage on our Malevolence. It's not a lot, but you know, it's nice. Path of Exile is all about that 1% more damage. In terms of a chest piece, I went with Kintsugi. I used Dandabate, but the gems are supported by Chance to Poison. That actually increases our reservation cost for Spellslinger, and we've added a second Spellslinger setup, which is another thing. So we didn't have enough mana to run Dandabate, so we went Kintsugi for a little bit more tankiness. So about the second Spellslinger setup, we're just running Spellslinger with Power Charge on crit, Bladefall, obviously, and this just gives us more blades on the ground, more blades to blow up. Ups our DPS, also generates power charges for us. Big upgrade here in the Amulet, All's Uprising. This was about 10 exalts. Now, this is where it starts to get kind of exy. This, combined with my Watcher's Eye over here, life gain on hit while affected by Vitality. That's just really, really nice quality of life. We have so many hits going with the 2 Bladefall setups and the Blade Blast that this actually is a ridiculous amount of life generated. And then unaffected while poisoned, while affected by Malevolence, right? Because you can't afford to have one without the other. So the All's Uprising was 10 exalts and the Watcher's Eye was about 5. There wasn't a lot of these on the market, so might be something you have to kind of keep an eye out for. But you can use more of Conquest until that investment, and I was clearing tier 16 maps just fine with more of Conquest. So along with that, we're also running Vitality now, just a level 1 Vitality. Cast 1 damage setup, I'm just running Immortal Core, just, you know, we're quite vulnerable to multiple big hits in a row, so Immortal Core allows us to kind of negate that a little bit. In terms of a helmet, this is just something I picked up. Cap Morris, it's literally just life to resist. It is a nothing helmet. The enchant is nice. The way that I would probably go with this is an Alpha's Howl with the Spellslinger enchant, which is like 15% reduced reservation, and that would allow us to pick up an extra aura. I would pick up Flesh and Stone. Alternatively, you could pick up like a high life, high resist, and then minus max chaos res to nearby enemies, and that would really help cap out your resist and stuff, and that would open up some room here in the dual socket. So you see, I've rolled I think 2 or 3 with max life, elemental resist, and increased poison damage. Here as well. That's just to help cap out our resist, right? Because that's kind of a struggle. It's chest piece. This is a huge upgrade. You can pick up a hunter influenced max life, percent life, additional curse, and spell crit. Now these I think would probably go for about 20 exalts, I would imagine. I haven't actually looked into it. I just don't have anywhere near that much currency at the moment. You can craft one for, I think, if you're lucky, under 10 exalts. If you want to know how to craft it, just let me know in the comments, and I can kind of give you a quick run through. Yeah, huge upgrade there, and I'm talking millions of DPS. Because with that, we can change our frenzy setup. Once we have an additional curse, we can change our frenzy setup to curse on hit, Assassin's Mark, and that's just going to give us so much more crit against bosses and stuff like that. I think we'd be nearing 100% there, especially, you know, you pick up plus spell crit there if you picked up a Hands of the High Templar with spell crit as well. And because our poisons do more damage if they're inflicted with critical strikes, we're talking big deeps. In terms of flasks, it's important to not run a can't be chilled, can't be frozen flask, because this will remove our self chill and it'll actually slow us down. So getting cannot be frozen somewhere is low-key important. I don't have it yet, and I haven't suffered too much, just because we like evade and dodge most things, but it will get you killed at some point. So you can pick it up on boots, or if you do the Alpha's Howl Flesh and Stone, Alpha's Howl allows you to not be frozen. That's why I think that's the direction that I would go in. It's just kind of brings the build together nicely. In terms of the belt, we've kept Alicia's Delight. With the Frenzy charges, instead of Affliction charges, the way that Spellslinger and Poet's Pen work, you can see here, trigger a socketed spell with a 0.15 second cooldown. So you need just over 6 attacks a second to maximize the DPS. With Frenzy charges, we go over that. You know, with Self-Chill, where I think we're about 5.5 to 6 attacks a second at the moment. So we don't need the Frenzy charges, so that's where, you know, more damage with our poison comes in handy with the Affliction charges. So the belt stays, and it's super cheap, just nice belt there. Cluster Jewels. Cluster Jewels are a big step for this build. Overwhelming Malice is something you want to pick up. Unholy Might gives us 30% physical damage added as extra chaos damage. That just, you know, poison with a combination of physical and chaos damage, so just kind of makes our poisons bigger. You can pick up stuff like Unholy Grace, Unwavering Evil. For the large cluster jewels, I'll kind of throw up the like notables that you're looking for, and you can kind of search for those. For the small cluster jewels, Hemorrhage, you just want to pick up as many of these as you can. I have 4 at the moment, and then you want to match those up with either Student of Decay, which is damage over time and chaos resist, which is really nice for the build, or Wasting Affliction. Ailments deal 5% faster, and increase damage with ailments. I think Wasting Affliction is the better one, though Student of Decay is cheaper. Great. For the tree, I just spec'd out of here. I'm currently only level 92. If I picked up 2 more levels, I'd go here. Another 2, I'd probably pick these up. I need to pick this up, right? But yeah, you can kind of see the tree here. And I'll put it in the POB. I'll put the POB in the description anyway, so you can kind of really have a look at the build. We anointed Constitution as well for a little bit more life. Real quick before I jump into the map, in terms of gems, you can do huge upgrades here with more Awakened gems. So pick up Awakened Void Manipulation and Awakened Deadly Ailments. Now this will increase your DPS by quite a bit, especially once those start getting leveled up. Like, we're talking big damage. And I think it will be, you know, quite an investment to get it to kill Cyrus and even potentially even Maven. I think you could easily get upwards of 20 million DPS. But it is quite an investment, and at the end of the day, it is a mapping build. Kind of where its strengths lie.
Sure about that one? Seems risky. No on mark.
Is that everyone? Lovely. So here Plague Bearer does quite a bit of work for us too. Kind of just dash through white and even blue packs and they just kind of die. Ouch. And positioning is quite important here on this build. You don't want to get surrounded. That's why I think the Flesh and Stone to blind enemies would kind of come in really clutch. It would make mapping just a lot more relaxed, you know. You wouldn't have to worry about kiting mobs so much and kind of positioning in a good spot. So yeah, I kind of have to move around all the packs there. Yeah, you die when you get surrounded, pretty much. Boss is down here, didn't even see. So this is quite a large map layout. And the DPS is pretty good. Kind of takes a bit to get going, right? But once you apply a decent amount of poisons, everything just kind of melts. There we go, easy as that. Yeah, so that's how it's playing in maps at the moment. Like I said, to get this kill Cyrus, I think you need a little bit more investment or just be a mechanically better player than I am. Getting to the final phase is no worries, it's just once that last phase comes in and, you know, like there's just spammy stuff everywhere. We have quite a low life pool. Kind of you need to get enough damage to just pretty much insta-kill him or kill him pretty quickly. And it's not hard on this build. Like I said, you just need a little bit more investment. Honestly, the league's kind of dying out a little bit and I'm struggling to trade and to kind of get currency going. So I'll see how far I can take this build, but kind of ready to move on and do other stuff. I need to complete all my challenges and stuff like that. I'll leave you with a clip of some clips of me killing all the Conquerors though. I did the Conquerors before I had this cluster jewel and before I had my All's Uprising. So you'll see that on bosses, like the damage is there. It just takes a little bit to ramp up and you just kind of have to actually dodge mechanics and stuff like that. Shock and awe, I know. Cool, so I'll leave you with those clips there. Any other questions about the build, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Cast you into a pit of infinite torture.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.